All right, so let's. I guess I'm gonna be. It's gonna be actually my humble opinion because no one else is gonna be joining me on it, and that's okay. This is gonna probably be a shorter episode than was originally planned, but that's all right. So we've got some new music from Jonathan Allen Wright, Chase. We've got. I'm just going to say the names of it. We've got "Run Lewis Run" by Jonathan Allen Wright. Sorry, "Ready" by Chase Tremaine, "We Are Love" by Sixpence None the Richer. Those are all singles, and we have the new album from Starflyer 59, "Lust for Gold." So let's start off with the big one, the one that I'm sure that everyone's buzzing about. We'll start with the album, and we'll do the singles. So, "Lust for Gold" by Starflyer 59. I think I shared this when we talked about his first single that came out for this album, but I haven't had much of a strong history with Starflyer, and with Jason. It's basically Jason Martin plus other people. Um, but I got to say, I haven't been a super fan of Starflyer 59. It's mostly because I still have a lot that I need to listen to. And this past summer, for for my 30th birthday episode edition, um, I listened to a bunch of albums from 1994, and I listened to Silver. I think it's Silver from Starflyer 59. And I got to say that I was a little bit disappointed. It wasn't really my thing. And one of the things that's special about this album is that Starflyer, for a while, they started out with a more like shoegazy rock kind of sound. And that's what their 94 album was like, and a lot of their early albums. But they've been in like this middle period where it's been more alternative rock, and that's been the music that I've been more into from them. And I think that's why I was a little bit disappointed by the 1994 album, because I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know that that's what they used to sound like. Um, but now I do, and now it seems that with this album, it's a return to that sound. And I got to say, I was a little nervous. Nervous. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because I'm not so attached to their early shoegaze rock. And with shoegaze, it takes a lot to get me, um, you know, like into it. Um, which, by the way, his son, who who is now doing the Rocky Valentines, is very much shoegazy rock. But I liked that. I liked what he did with it. So with shoegaze, you have to do a little bit something special to keep me hooked, because shoegaze can just kind of seem like it's just sound, you know. Um, so so you have to do something a little extra to get me interested. And the Rocky Valentines did it, and I have to say that Lust for Gold has definitely done it this time. I mean, I knew from the first single, 909, that I felt like I was going to like this album because I wasn't bored at all with the sound. I really loved how his vocals just like popped out of the mix. That's one of the problems that I had with their early stuff, is that his voice just seems so distant. But this one is like close and personal. And I also love, it's not just um, atmospheric, grungy guitars, but there's also a good amount of synth in there that I really like. And it's a short album too, so it's like short but sweet, and yeah, and I do like the lyricism in it as well. I can sense there's a lot of there's a lot of heaviness in it. A lot of the songs explore very, sad themes and nostalgic themes. And there's even one song in there where it seems that Jason is kind of mourning the fact that a lot of people that he knows are falling away from the faith. And so I just have a lot of respect for that. But, you can kind of relate to the tiredness that he's feeling. And so it's kind of lethargic in that sense. And it's just uplifted by this great mix. I love the tone of everything, the guitar tones, and it's just a good mixture of atmospheric grunginess mixed with the the I don't know what the term that I want is, but with like the synth over everything is just everything complements each other so well, and the songs are very memorable as well. That's another thing that can go wrong with a shoegaze album is that everything sounds the same, and you get a little bored. But I never felt that with Lust for Gold, so I'm sure this is going to be one of my favorites for this year. So yeah, I gotta recommend "Lust for Gold" by Starflyer 59. All right, I guess we'll go to the next one that a lot of people are probably buzzing about. Not that the other two tracks aren't important, but Sixpence None the Richer was a pretty big band. So we're going to talk about "We Are Love." I thought so. This is the second single that they've released, and "We Are Love" I think is okay. It's not really wowing me. So their last single, what was it called? Um, Sleep right through the morning. On the other side. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember how it goes. But that track was very memorable and very catchy too. So I'm very excited for a new music from Sixpence, and I'm glad that they're back. Um, but I have to say that this song just doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Oh yeah, The Tide, that's what it's called. Um, which I guess I don't know if that's going to be included in the album because it seems more like a Lee Nash and Sixpence None the Richer collaboration. I don't know, but I like that song more. And this song is fine. I guess my problem with it is that the chorus is very kind of cliche, kind of, because the song is called "We Are Love," and you can just imagine what the song is about. It's not really saying much. Like, I liked the verses, but it seemed like they were leading up to something, and then the chorus comes and it's like, we are love, and it's like, just kind of reminds me of like it's one of the things that I kind of have gotten tired of with Switchfoot. It's like it seems that almost every album has to have a song about love, and which is fine, but I need something a little bit more tangible than that. That's like says something more. And so yeah, this song, it's fine. It's not bad. It's mixed well for the most part, but it's not as memorable to me. But I don't know. Maybe you guys will like it. I think it's fine. I like the other single better. We'll see what else they come up with. Because I think it's going to be a whole album. I'm not sure, but yeah. So check it out if you like. It's not bad at all, but I'm kind of wanting for a little bit more, and that's "We Are Love" by Sixpence None the Richer.
We are love. We can make it. We're a
All right. Next up, sorry, I don't know if anyone has noticed a lot, but for some reason my video kind of does seem to freeze a bit. I don't know why, but I'm sorry. I'm poor. um. Okay, so next up we got "Ready" by Chase Tremaine. good old friend Chase Tremaine, which I got to be clear. I know Chase; he's a friend of mine, and so there's a little bit of a bias, but I think this track is really good. It's going to be part of this album that he's releasing. That's all based off. That's all written for his 1-year-old daughter, which is very sweet. And this song is just it's a rockin' jam, basically about how they're they're ready for anything, and how much their daughter has changed their lives for he and his wife, and um, how much encouragement that has brought him. And so it's just a very positive. And there's something that he said on, um, I think he either said it on the JFH podcast or his Clubcast podcast. But I appreciate how he's like, yeah, there just seems to be a lot of negativity surrounding like being a parent these days. How there's this big push in society today of people, not wanting kids or not having kids. And so him writing about he it seems that he wants to bring back the positivity about that, about the miracle of being a father, and raising a family. And so I have a ton of respect for that. And so yeah, and Ready is just a good jam, and I'm excited for the rest of the album. So check out Ready by Chase Tremaine. It's Chase Tremaine.
We're ready for anything. We're ready for everything.
And next up, last but not least, we have a new song from Jonathan Allen Wright, who I believe I've talked about on the show, on My Humble Opinion, before. Jonathan Allen Wright is a multi-talented guy. I discovered him on YouTube, so if you guys like my stuff, I think you'll really like his stuff. I've shared his channel before, and recently these last few singles that he's come out are all going to be a part of this album. And so he's got like, I think what was it, a Patreon? I mean, I shared it, I should know. um let's see. Yeah, I think it's like some sort of Patreon that he's got set up so that you guys can support him. So yeah, he's not only does he make great content on YouTube, but he also is a fantastic songwriter, and singer. Uh, I've really enjoyed his last few singles that he's put out, and now he's got this new single that is about C.S. Lewis. And I'm pretty sure the whole premise of this album that he's working on is about different people of the faith. Because before he had a song about Zacchaeus, and what was the C about? I forgot who the C was about. I think it might have been Peter. Um, but this one is about C.S. Lewis. And as a big C.S. Lewis fan myself, I grew up a fan of the Chronicles of Narnia, and as adult, I've become more of a fan of his, nonfiction work, his apologetic works, and he's just kind of a hero of mine. So I, of course, was very excited when he released this. Let me just share what he shared on social media. Said this song is about C.S. Lewis. I use each of his names, including the name Jack, which, by the way, I appreciate that. You are a true C.S. Lewis fan. Like, only true C.S. Lewis fans know that he didn't like his name Clive. And so his whole life, he insisted on everyone calling him Jack. So, yeah, I use each of his names, including the name Jack, that his close friends called him. He had a dog when he was younger named Jack that died, and because of how much he loved it, he took on the nickname. I mean, yeah, that is a reason, but yeah, he just really did not like his name Clive. I mean, who would? honestly. That seemed to be a pattern. He'd have a love of tragedies, a lot of tragedies, sorry. He'd have a lot of tragedies in his life, moving away from a home he loved, losing his wife. Not to mention, he lost his both of his parents. Um, his mom died of cancer, I think. I'm not even sure, but his mom died at a very young age. But ultimately would take those things to fuel something good. In his book, Surprised by Joy, it's evident that he gives credit to his relationship with God for joy showing up when you don't expect it. This song is talking about those things, and ultimately in discussing him ends discussing him finding comfort and an outlet for those things to be processed. Very good. I approve of that. But yeah, it's a fantastic song. Jonathan has a knack for just making really catchy acoustic indie rock tunes, and I love how it's mixed. And I have to say, shout out to Spencer Ennis, who actually has been mixing my stuff. He mixed and mastered Disentangle, and he also mixed and mastered Feed My Lambs, which will be out soon. So a little biased, but I really like the way that that everything is mixed. I love the guitars. Just something about the guitar strumming is very rhythmic, and it kind of I kind of felt, this is kind of a weird comparison, but some people he might understand. But sorry, it reminds me of Coldplay and their song Magic. I love the acoustic guitar in that song that just kind of comes in at the end and just brings this driving force to it. And that's I hear a lot of that in this song, and a lot of it in the and Call Me Down, which is another great single. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this song. So I recommend you guys check it out, and I recommend you guys go support him so that he can make this album. So that is my suggestion to you. But yeah, check out "Run Lewis Run" by Jonathan Allen Wright.
Come on, Jack, it's worth the fight. Don't you have a...
All right, well, that's that for my humble opinion. Well, hello there. Thanks so much for watching this video. It means a lot. Not sure if you noticed, but this is actually a clip from a longer full-length episode that you can go check out right now on my main channel. I'm Clifford today, because this channel is just a clips and highlights channel, because, you know, if you're not a real YouTuber unless you have multiple channels. So anyways, go like and subscribe and all that stuff. I love you.